I'm going to show you some new things to do with your old jewelry. And these are really easy things. You can go to your local craft store and pick up the supplies you need. So I'll show you a few ideas. The first one is a lot of people have half pairs of earrings that they don't know what they're going to do with them. And usually you don't want to throw them away because they might have sentimental value, or you keep hoping you might find the other one. So I think a really good use for your half carat earrings is you have two options. One is make a charm bracelet. You can go to your local craft store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. They usually sell little bracelet chains like this. This is very basic, has a lobster clasp on it. And I happen to like nautical earrings. So I have a bunch of half pairs of earrings here, and even a bead one here. And these happen to be all nautical themed. And I can put these on a charm bracelet. And really cute. You can place them any way you want. You might even have, like I found this bead that I have left over, this turquoise bead, and that would look nice in my nautical. And you can also pick up what's called a head pin. It's just like a little pin with a stopper at the end at your craft store. And you can make another little dangle for the charm bracelet. Now, the things you need to assemble jewelry are very basic. These are my standard jewelry tools. It's like going to a hardware store, and these are on a very miniature basis. And so one of the basic things you'll need is a cutter, and you'll need this little pointed pliers to make loops. And then you need a flat pair of pliers to close jump rings, and I'll show you what those are too. So pretty much, if these are my half carat earrings, usually they come with a loop already intact on them. And all you have to do is, let's say I want to add this, and I have this bead, or you might have a button that you can put a head pin through. And all you have to do is cut it. I'm going to cut it and leave enough room for what I estimate to make a loop. So I'll cut off the end like that. Take my round pliers, and I'm going to just make a loop at the top like that. So now I've made a loop. And so if you look at what I have here for my little idea here for my charm bracelet, the only thing I need to attach these to my charm bracelet is what's called a jump ring. A jump ring is basically a wire loop with an opening on it. They come round, they come oval. I like to use oval because sometimes if you're using a round one and the loop isn't all the way shut, your charm or what you have hanging on that can slip out. So that's a real common thing. So all you want to do to attach your charm to the bracelet is take your jump ring and open it a little bit. We'll use a bead that I just made. You put this on there, and you can attach it anywhere on your bracelet. Now, I've been doing this a long time, so I can just use my fingers to close it, but you can also take another flat pliers and use your flat pliers together to close it. So that's a really great thing to do with your half carat earrings. They don't have to match. They don't have to be the same theme. You can mix silver and gold. You can make it interesting. It's a good conversation piece if people ask you about the charms, and usually those pieces will mean something to you. Another good use for your half pairs of earrings is to make wine glass charms. And I'm sure you've probably seen these before. On the stems of the wine glasses, you can attach a little loop with a charm on it. It helps people identify their wine glass when they set it down. They know which one is theirs. And these are little hoops. Again, you can pick these up at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. These are perfect for making the wine glass tags. You can use these come in many different sizes. This one a little bit larger if you have a larger stem glass. They come smaller if you have a smaller stem glass. So what you do want to do is when you get these, they come with the loop just perfectly, I don't know if you can see that, perfectly round like that. What you want to do is take your flat pliers and take the end and kind of notch up the end a little bit. That way you can attach it to the glass and this won't slide off. So you just bend it up a little bit. And again, you can take your half pairs of earrings and you can attach them. And you can make a set of wine glass tags, charms to put on your stem glasses. And one thing you can do also is, let's say, in our last example, we have this little bead and I have this shell. You can put both of those together on a wine glass tag, and that looks really cute. So don't throw those half pair of earrings away. This is a great use for them, and something unique and interesting, good conversation piece. So here you have the little shell with the bead. That's another good use for those. And since we now have our charm bracelet chain, another good, if you have just a basic charm bracelet chain like this, another good use for this is to lengthen a necklace. Like, for example, I have this necklace right here, and it is a very short necklace, but if I want to make it longer, one thing that you can do is use one of these charm bracelet chains. So I'm going to take the clasp of the bracelet and attach it to the end, the non-clasp end of the necklace. Then I'm going to take the clasp of the necklace and attach it to the end of the bracelet. Now you can see I've lengthened my necklace quite a bit, and that's a great simple way to make your necklaces longer. And if you have a really interesting full necklace, a beaded necklace, very colorful, you can mix and match a colorful bracelet, that, as long as it has a clasp and an end on it, on both your necklace and a bracelet. And again, if you have something really bold, just this plain silver or gold chain bracelet like this works great to lengthen them. So that's another little trick that you can use with your jewelry. Now, another thing is we all have necklace chains that we may have a pendant that we can take off and on, and we might just wear it as a plain chain necklace. Well, one thing you can do, I'm sure all of us have maybe a couple of brooches. Brooches, this is fairly fun. This is a little leather brooch I have. It's a really fun style. But, I don't know, I don't wear a brooch that much, but I like this. So a really simple thing to do is to make your brooch into a pendant. So all you do, there's really nothing to it, you just snap your brooch right onto your necklace chain, and now you have a great necklace. So a real simple thing to do. And then another little tip that I have is, I think a lot of people may still have some clip earrings. Of course, most of us have pierced ears now, but I know my mom has still some pierced earrings that she wanted me to help her make into posts. Well, that's not always possible to make them into post earrings for pierced ears. But if you have a nice clip earring like this, these are great little embellishments to put on your heels. I just clip it right there on and it just dresses up a pair of high heels, and it's great. And then easy snap on, take off, nothing permanent there. So that's another little great tip to do with your clip-on earrings. Don't throw those away. And lastly, one other thing to stretch your jewelry budget and make multiple uses out of your jewelry is, I was reading an article the other day, and it was talking about the recent Oscars, and they said, did you notice a lot of the women didn't wear necklaces? And I hadn't noticed that, but I started looking at some pictures in the magazine, and I was like, wow, they didn't, wear a lot of necklaces. And necklaces aren't always appropriate. Sometimes you might want to wear a really dramatic pair of earrings or a dramatic bracelet. Well, if you don't have a dramatic bracelet, but you want something that really makes a statement, take one of your great necklaces. Like this is one of my favorite necklaces. It's a long cord necklace. And make it into a bracelet. It's just simply a matter of wrapping it. So you can wrap your bracelet, your necklace, and make it into a dramatic bracelet like this. Great use. And then another thing I would suggest too, if you're wearing a sleeveless or a short sleeve, do 2 or 3 of them. Even maybe take a plain silver snake chain, one of your chains like we used for the brooch example, wrap that, and you can stack them up your arm. It looks great. It's just really a neat idea. So that's my tips for today. Hope you enjoy them.